In this simple and straightforward lesson, I want to show you what happens when everything goes wrong. Yes, things can go wrong. We're not the kind of person who gets every move right. 100% of the time, things can go wrong. And when everything goes wrong, what happens? We're protected. So we understand that we're not going to get every market move right. And even if we get it right, the market, in the very next minute or hour, something external can happen and it can turn around. And that's exactly what happened with Oracle's shares, which I'm going to explain to you here. So we understood that Oracle was relatively cheap after a significant drop from September 2025 until now, falling about 44%. And here, folks, exactly on January 12th, it presented a buying opportunity. In other words, there were some interesting situations here for us to buy this stock. There was trading volume, there were 25 million shares being traded, and so on. Basically, here we showed people, look, for our clients, there are two ways we can take advantage of this rise. The first is by buying a share at $204. If everything goes wrong, we'll lose $24 per share. In other words, I already know how much I'll lose if everything goes wrong, okay? So that's point number one. With that, it makes me think, great, if I'm going to lose $24, I can buy 1 share or 10 shares or 100 shares depending on my budget, but I already know the risk. It's like I have a seatbelt. It's like I have insurance for my car. Oh, my car is worth $100,000. If I crash it, the insurance company will give me $80,000. I already know that I'll get that return there. Yeah, a smaller one because of the problem I had. So this is very well defined when we're buying a stock. So $24 here was the risk. And what happened was that after we entered, the market turned and then we lost $24 per share. Whoever bought 1 share lost 24. Whoever bought 10 shares lost 240. But all within what was already previously planned and okay. Since the other trades had already made a profit, there was already some cushion, so it was possible to take a bigger risk on a single trade. That's how our capital allocation works in trades. So here we have this stop, okay? Basically, here we could have bought the stock or bought the option. When we buy the option, we increase, in this case, our minimum risk. So this risk here, for those who bought the option, was $1,045 because each option cost $10. And then we bought the lots are 100 options, so $1,045. I could have bought the options instead of paying $104 for a share, paying $10 for an option. However, if everything went wrong, as it just did, I would lose $1,000. And that's something that's very important to make clear. We're not going to get them all right. We're far from being the people who make the most money in the world. No, that doesn't exist. There are stocks that make gains, profit, and stocks that make losses. And the average of those stocks needs to be positive so that our operating capital grows their day, month after month, right? So this was a trade where everything went wrong. But there are no moments of despair. Why? Because the risk was already defined. If I accepted that I could lose $24 per share, then I'll buy a limited number of shares for that. And that gives us a really good sense of comfort, guys. So that's today's lesson. When everything goes wrong, like it did here with Oracle, I want you to learn from this, knowing that in the market there will be times when you make a lot, times when you break even, and times when the market turns and you'll have to sell a bit cheaper. Already with a predefined amount, take that money and move on to other trades. All right? It's a business, just like any other business. People who own food businesses have had to sell their products cheaper before they expire to get that money and buy more products. People who own clothing stores have had to put unsold stock on sale to get that money and buy more clothes to put in their store. It's the same thing here. God bless you all. Take care. Bye. Bye.